Are you gonna come in?
Yeah.
What is going on, everyone? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having a great start to the Wednesday. So we got Weston pulling up. Nice. Dude, Weston, I'm genuinely surprised how many people just like you in my videos. Have you seen the comments?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of positive comments on even Instagram, which isn't, if
YouTube,
anything you'd think YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen your comments though, no.
You guys were like, oh, Weston's a great addition to your videos.
I think they like the beginner. I think it's a lot of the new guys. They it's just like what they would like to do, and then me just being kind of like they're like,
Yeah, no, I see it.
I don't know how you word that.
Weston should be front and center. All right, sounds good.
Whoa.
Ooh. But yeah, hope you guys are all having a great start to your morning. As you guys could hear by my voice, I'm sick again. It has to do with lack of sleep. I don't feel very good. But hey, things could be worse. Things could be a lot worse. So, no surprise. But yeah, I'm actually in a position right now. So I'll show you guys kind of how this thing played out. So we'll go in right here. And I'll click show trades, right? I started trading a little bit during pre-market hours. It just continued to sell off. And then I bought another 1,000 shares around this general area where I had my limit order set around that general area. So I'm in with about 2,000 shares. I should be at a break even if I'm not mistaken. Or okay, I'm actually down a little bit. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of where I'm at for the day. So not up or down very much. $80, right? And hopefully we could have some fun and make some money. So I'm going to be going live for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to be cutting the live stream probably pretty short, right around that 30-minute mark, just so I could catch up on some rest, if that's okay with each and every single one of you. But yeah, fast food, sleep deprivation, and Pop-Tarts. Sick Rick. Yep. That's
accurate, right?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And Dr. Pepper, and not much water, right?
Not much at all.
Damn. Okay. Survey says, no, you have to stay all day. Oh, that's my punishment. But no, I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and talk about what's pushing up, what's pushing down. So I do want to remind you that earnings for Tesla is today, right? So something to look kind of out for. What am I doing here? Go here and on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. And earnings should be, it should be around 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's actually aftermarket hours today. So not too bad, right? It's doing a lot of consolidation right now. I have my series of alerts set off both on top and bottom, and we'll follow up with that. /CL. Based off of where it closed at and where it's at right now, not much of a push up, right? But based off of its current performance, ever since around really just like midnight to 1 o'clock, it began to change its direction from downtrending between the middle and bottom VWAP to actually trading between the middle and top VWAP and making higher highs and higher lows. So just keep a close eye on this, as right now the direction is up with a nice little pullback. So, nothing wrong with just keeping an eye. Flatlining for /ES. /GC, kind of, horizontal pattern as well, not up very much, not down very much. /NG, in my opinion, again, this is just mine. I don't know what you guys think, but I see it uptrending. Obviously, I'm going to be a little biased. Not really. I don't feel like I'm ever really biased about what I'm in. I'm very open with telling you guys, I'm in something and it's not doing very good. But yeah, I'm in something and it's not too bad. But yeah, damn, I sound bad, huh?
They sound different for sure.
Just a little different,
SQQ is pushing up, but it's early on. It's kind of pushing up.
NSC.
Not really.
It's pushing up, but not really. Makes sense if you don't think about it. It's up.
Well, I looked at it. It's like 0.3%. So I was like,
okay.
I take it back.
It would make sense on why someone would lock in profits, especially with its earnings, strong catalyst that drives the price up, becomes overextended with the RSI and the MACD. So nothing wrong with locking in profits, right? We have someone else calling out ticker symbol JNUG. Again, we just talked about /GC, which then correlates on over to JNUG. So this should not be up or down very much, which it's not, especially with its recent patterns of downtrending. I would be very careful about trading JNUG because of its overall direction. It was actually Weston. I don't know if you feel okay with sharing this, Weston, but Weston actually wanted to trade JNUG yesterday because he thought it was such a good deal. And then we talked about JNUG is down. It was pushing up, but then it was overextended. And I was like, JNUG is a downtrend. Check out JDST. And then he saw that JDST was in for a dip buy, and then he bought that and was able to sell it for a profit. It was one of the quickest profits that you made yesterday, right?
Correct.
But it's all of Weston's hard work paying off. Again, it's just understanding that there's two sides and don't be so biased, right? Ricky, you selling, what's it called? Around 23? Yeah, I could see why there could be a resistance around 22 and 22. 23 and 23.10. Dang, we are on a roll today. SPY is rolling over. Careful if you guys are long. Yep, we just talked about that with /ES. There we go. So it's showing signs of it flatlining, not really pushing up, and now it's beginning to sell off. And /NQ should offer a very similar pattern. So keep a close eye on all those stuff. So you guys broke above $23. Let's go. There you go. It wants to go to 24 now. I correct myself up. /NG is trading between the middle and top VWAP, but UES is trading between the bottom to as of right now, because it did pull back. You are correct. Yep. If Ricky can make money when he's out of it, this means that we can make money too. Yeah, again, it's not about necessarily how bad or how good you feel, but it's the opportunity. And when I'm super blessed right now and super thankful that natural gas, when I woke up at 4, the reason I woke up at 4 was I woke up at 3:30, not by choice, but I had to order Sergio, right, our TechBud staycation winner, an Uber to the airport because his flight was at 6. And then after that, I was just like, dang, I just might as well should check out the charts because the market just opened during pre-market hours at 4 o'clock. And then I was like, wow, natural gas is trending up and it's super clear. This is what I saw, right? It was just low volume, but it was super clear. It was pushing up, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, like textbook pattern. And I was like, oh, I like this. I'll buy the dip on natural gas. And it continued to push up. I was up a little bit. And then it sold off, and then it bought again, and yeah. Sergio doesn't have an Uber account. Yeah, I'm sure he does, but the whole point of the TechBud staycation is that he doesn't have to pay for one thing, not one meal, nothing. So that was at least we wanted him while he was here. We took him to Mastro's, which is a restaurant that's like one of the fanciest, right? That I've never gone to. Yeah. And I was like, this is a perfect time. To show him lifestyle type things that I told him straight up that I was like, oh, this is something that I never eat, but I feel bad taking you to Cane's, Chipotle, and Cafe Rio every day, you know. So I mean, he got to drive. Oh, you'll see the videos that we upload today. You guys aren't ready for that. Actually, there's actually one video that we're uploading today that you guys aren't. Ow, shit, dude! I feel like I'm dislocating my shoulder. Sergio is back in. He should be. He's probably mid-flight right now, 6:49. So he's on his way back to California on this flight. Did Sergio get to drive a supercar? I don't know. Now I have to blow my nose. Now, do you see natural gas reversing? Yes, 100%. So I can lock in profits around this general area. The MACD is peaking out, so it's beginning to descend. The RSI pulled back a little bit. I just wanted to give it a chance to see if it could bounce off the EMA line. Ooh. Oh. Post-workout, work out the shoulder. Yeah, and the sad part is I haven't even gone to the gym since Sergio's been here. He's been my excuse. I actually hurt my hand, so that's my excuse. And I need to go. I just feel like I talk to you guys about my life, and you're like, wow, Rick, we really don't care. Rick, it just sounds like you're just a mess. Dude, I had the craziest dream. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that.
What was it?
Oh, no, we ain't talking about that, dude. Heck no. Ooh. Here we go. /NG pushing up, making higher highs. Where we at? Ooh, a little 220 for the boys. Yeah. There you go.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, bull.
Hey,
come on, man.
Hey. All right.
Come on.
All right.
We're just here to, have some fun, make some money, and get a little sick,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Tesla gonna break the triple top. What? No, it looks like it's pretty solid. So, yeah, we'll see.
I feel like it's too early for me to tell with a lot of stocks. Stuff selling off and pushing up so quick. Scary. Do you want this Pop-Tart?
Heck no. My throat hurts. You're gonna eat it?
Mm-hmm. I'll eat all of it so it's not messy.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate you, Wes. Can you break down LEBU and LEBD? Of course. Okay. Alright, so let's check this out. Weston's like, I won't be loud.
Yeah, it's the paper. It's done.
Alright, I wouldn't say the direction is super clear on this. It was showing signs of a downtrend, it was showing signs of an uptrend, and then broke below the overall SMA line. We've talked about this one, especially in our Sunday Stock Talk, had a huge sell-off. And look at the MACD, look at the RSI. Looks like the direction should continue to downtrend unless it shows any indication of an overall reversal. But right now, trading between the middle, bottom VWAP and downtrending below the EMA line. So, yeah. I wouldn't say there's any indication of an uptrend. Should I just lock in profits, Bolt?
How much you up? Actually, it doesn't matter. Lock in profits.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
I am. I don't know if you are. Safety first.
Oh no. I put my limit order and didn't get filled. Yeah, that makes sense around this general area. And there's a pullback. So look, /NG. Do you guys see why I'm selling? Let me explain myself. Forget about how much I'm up, how much I'm down. Do you guys see why I'm selling? Right? I just try to focus on this general price range. Yes, this thing can shoot up, especially as the market just opened. The patterns can completely change just due to the overall activity, right? So it's pulling back a little bit. Yeah, I should have sold at the bid. So I'll just move it up and let that fizz out. We'll see what happens.
What about for TQQQ? Is it? I know it's.
Well, that's in correlation to /NQ. So what do you see with that?
I haven't looked at NQ. It's in correlation, so NQ selling off.
NQ is selling off?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that SQ should be selling off. I mean TQs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a uptrending overall. But it's been uptrending so long that it's like.
What?
TQQ.
Yeah. Just like NQ. /NQ.
Right.
Yeah. But it's so overextended that it makes sense on why it can pull back, right?
Yeah.
So maybe when that reversal, you want to set your alerts if a reversal begins to happen. So right now it's selling off and you can see that, right?
I could just see it like still, like it's so early.
Yeah.
I see stuff just sell off. And then like level out and then sell off some more.
Yep.
So it's like.
So that's why you want to be probably a little bit patient, right?
Yeah.
Tesla broke below its support like expected. Nice. Got rejected by the same resistance that it was rejected all day yesterday, around that general price range of 265. Ricky switching to degas after this push and getting the dip. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if the confirmation is there. I could sell, right, as natural gas. Let's say natural gas pushes up and then my limit order for the UGAS sells. Or not, right? But this thing can still continue to push up. So I still want to be careful with my entry if I do choose to trade the inverse ETF. It's not just like, okay, I sold the ETF, now I'm going to buy the inverse one right away. It doesn't necessarily always work like that. Is Weston trading every day now too? At least for this week, yeah. He's testing it out. So his main focus, he's gonna be gone. When do you leave?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay, so he's not gonna be with us tomorrow morning, right?
No, I won't be in the live stream, but actually I won't be able to trade probably in the airport and stuff. So I'm not gonna do that.
He's gonna go visit some friends in Arkansas. So his main focus right now is working with the Flipping Wheels group, answering any calls that you guys might have about investing in cars. And then doing this series of, trading right beside me and stuff like that. So I need to blow my nose real quick. Give me one quick second.
Okay. What's up? What's up? Nature's offspring.
Huh?
Jason, what's up? I was talking to Jason on Flipping Wheels.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's a lot of LPP.
Trombone back there.
Oh.
That's hilarious. All right. Market's actually not moving too quickly. Nice little potential reversal. Nice little MACD. Again, overall uptrend. We talked about this for /CL, so not a surprise here that this thing continues to uptrend. And as this continues to uptrend, if /CL pushes up, what does that mean? Which one pushes up?
Don't
click on it.
DWT?
UWT.
UWT.
Yeah, UWT goes with /CL. So nice little push up there. Again, we could wait for higher highs and simply set the alert. Trying to push back up. Earnings all over the place for this one. Didn't really move it too much. Still kind of just getting rejected by, the SMA line. You don't want to trade the oil report. Doesn't work out. It's not as active in my experience as natural gas. So because of that, I don't always. I wouldn't say it's not worth my time, but it's just not something I see too much value in. Erica, can you pull up ROKU? Roku. Strong downtrend today, pushing between the middle, getting rejected by the middle view up, right? And getting rejected and selling off between that. There we go. All right. Yeah, this isn't really something. It looks like it pushes up, sells off, pushes up, sells off, pushes up, and it makes sense on why it can sell off. So I'm just going to set my alerts just for the heck of it. Looking at the MACD and looking at the RSI, looks like it's the same thing as well. So again, if you guys want me to break down the ticker that you guys have, please post it in the ticker call out format. Yeah, bless you. Guillermo's Guillermo Sanchez. So that's a great question. So Ricky, would you be using the hourly chart if you were holding your position for the rest of the day? It's not even that I would be holding it for the rest of the day. I mean, the thing with this is like even like the 5 day 5 minute chart, just being able to see different time frames where it's maybe not doesn't move so quickly, right? Especially if it's not going to be something that you're going to get in and get out very quickly. Like, does this show any signs of an uptrend? Right? No, not really, right? But bless you.
Thanks.
But when it comes down to, let's say maybe you guys, and not even this, but I was talking to Weston about this. He was looking at the 1 day 1 minute chart, and I was like, hey, maybe looking at the 5 day 5 minute chart, you could see a little bit more of a slower confirmation, which could be a little bit more reassuring for the overall direction of what is it you are trading. So you could go as extreme if you find that to be effective for the 20 day 1 hour chart, but if you're still only going to be day trading it, there's nothing wrong with looking at it. I just don't know if it's going to be like as effective. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the only thing that I would kind of be just aware of. Yeah. So we talked about BA already, right? So this is Boeing, and how it's just kind of just consolidating as of right now, not really pushing up, not really pushing down. And if I'm not mistaken, it already had. Right? Oh no, it has it at 9:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I have no opinion of it on the 180-day chart. It's still below the overall SMA line, so no, I would like to see where it's at. I like that. Dev feed, nice 3% for the day. Nice little push up on Digaz. What are you watching? Anything?
I'm watching all of them.
What?
I'm just like looking at all the ones I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
This. Becoming aware.
Have you guys stayed up to date with IIPR? Remember we talked about this? It's almost at $85 like we expected it. So from when we talked about it to where it's at right now, it's about 4 to 5% IIPR. IIPR. Not. Oh, there we go, yeah. Because you put IPR right there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess I missed.
No, you just click on the name and then click backspace. And then enter, yeah.
This is the one your sister's in, right?
Uh-huh. She was in it. Yep. She sold.
Really?
Yep.
Profit?
Mm-hmm. Come on, bro.
Come on, Mo. Shoot.
I like that. Congrats, Brendan. I was reading your little message right now. So I took a 7% loss on /CL. So going back to that, I don't know if you're trading /CL or you're trading the correlating ETFs, but we talked about this, that like /CL pushed up so much that it made sense on why it was bound to pull back. So I don't know if that's, I don't even know how you would have taken a loss though, because it hasn't, especially 7%. I mean, it's been pretty consistently trending up. Like, I thought you were talking about /NQ for a second. So I'm not too sure how there would have been a 7% loss today when, UWT is down less than 0.5%. Oh, okay. On overall account. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would just, I don't know what it is that you traded, right? So that's something that we could cover. You could feel free to direct message me, and then we could break down of like, okay, well, this makes sense. I would have done this maybe a little bit better. Or ultimately, no, I would have completely avoided this and that and stuff like that. So just feel free to direct message me, and then we can cover some of that. But yeah, looking at /CL, just looking at yesterday's patterns and how it's been trading during pre-market hours, it's not showing any indication of an uptrend, right? So in comparison to like you guys, right, on how this thing is like pushing up, based off where it closed at and how it was pushing up on the day, it somewhat makes sense. At least it made sense to me, right? Indicating signs of an uptrend. But if you are getting into something and hope that it goes up, but it actually doesn't, then something that you want to be aware of. So there we go. We got you guys actually pulling down a little bit. So got to be well aware of that. We got Diaz that just broke above its resistance. Might be / NQ time. Okay, still below the middle VWAP, so let's be careful with this. And look at the MACD and look at the RSI. Not the best deal, so. I didn't see that, Mehdi. Let's check it out. Okay, yep. I could see why around this general area, right? I could see it push up a little bit more, though. It's like the 0.49. Did it already? Got very close, yeah. Strong downtrend. So here's like some radio. Wow. Okay. Bad earnings, right? Huge sell-off back to previous support. I think you did a great job looking at this. Look at this, Wes.
Yeah.
This isn't an uptrend overall, right? So that's something that we have to be well aware of. But had its earnings today, negative catalyst drove the price down. And looking at previous patterns around, usually, right, based off previous patterns, it normally bounces around like 540 to 560. So and then the margin profit for recovery is not bad. It doesn't happen just overnight, but why does it do that? Yeah, even to like the SMA, it's 5.77%. So I'm gonna add this just to my watch list because I really like the setup. It doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it, but just something to watch. Even if I just see how it plays out, I always just like following up with certain stocks. So I appreciate that. Do you think that the new Avengers movie will act as a positive catalyst towards ticker symbol Disney? Does Disney own Marvel Comics now?
Bro, I don't know.
I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, it can. I could see why there could be a correlation towards that, but I don't have any experience seeing how certain movies perform, how that correlates on over to an overall company. So maybe you can look back to maybe when big movies that were owned by Disney, how they performed and seeing if they did act as a catalyst. So I think that'd be very interesting. Siri trying to make a comeback. Wow. Look at that. That was a quick push up. Watch out for that EMA line. That was like 1% and are you going to watch Endgame? These guys don't stop talking about it.
Except me.
Yeah, Weston doesn't care.
Yeah,
I don't really care too much either. I'm not. Yeah, but we have some of the guys here that are really into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could see Disney own all them. Disney owns like Star Wars now too, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Harry Potter series.
They do?
Yeah. Like, right? Yeah, I'm sure they bought the Harry Potter series.
Well, I don't know. Good job, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. AMD, what's going on, Samuel? Thank you again for tuning in. So ticker symbol AMD. Let's see. All right. Okay. 28.40. Yeah, but I could also see it. I mean, even where it's consolidating right here. Do you see this between 25 and 30? I think that it just like it has before. It has a 40 to 49, almost $50. I think that's possible. But looking at the okay, I could see the overall 180-day chart being in your favor. I would just hate for you to like miss out on exiting effectively, just due to your desire of trying to get out at 28.40. So I would just keep a very close eye, and if this thing begins to sell off, then to not be afraid to lock in profits. But I think you did a great job with that. So no, Harry Potter is universal. And, okay, my bad. All right. Ricky, you're blurring my screen. No, fix it. It might be your settings. So you just have to change the settings on the little wrench on the right hand side, the little setting tool. Yeah, I mean, I would say like a trend and a pattern are pretty much the same thing. It's just like a different term for it, right? So when we talk about like an overall uptrend, pattern would have to do with, well, what like pattern, right? So like based off previous patterns, like you could see that AMD has been showing signs of it making higher highs and higher lows. When it comes down to trend, is it uptrending or downtrending? So I guess it would have to do more with direction and the way that I personally use it, but it doesn't mean that that's how you have to use it. But yeah, because it's like uptrend pattern, so I guess it just has to do more with, it'd be more of a prefix, right, for its overall direction. So a downtrend pattern or up, yeah. So what is going on, Philip? You and those emojis crack me up. Alrighty. Gosh, in a bloodbath. Yeah, I keep seeing you guys talk about drip, and you see this?
Yeah. That's scary for me.
Why?
Pushing up that much?
Yeah, but look, it's a downtrend pattern, and it pushes up quickly, and now it becomes, you could give it a little bit more time, but once it begins, this could even be something, because if it begins to peak out, look how it performed yesterday. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't have to, but after it peaks down, then it sells off. That's 5%, dude. That's actually
So you're saying, I
mean, go with the flow right now, but if the direction begins to change, yeah.
For good. I was like, I'm not going to be investing in drip.
Yeah. Great call out. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite call outs that you guys have had today. Yeah, you guys is not performing like we've expected. I'm down about 10 cents per share, so I should be down $200 now, 180. So I was up 230. I didn't lock in profits. I tried.
Yeah, you did try.
I tried.
A little hesitant.
If I did it probably literally like 10 seconds sooner,
you would have
the bid was at where I was trying to sell it at. But hey, you win some, you lose some. So there we go. We're at 33 minutes. I'm going to try to take a nap. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the bags under my eyes are bigger than they normally are, and I don't feel very good. So I'm going to take some medicine. You don't look too tired.
I slept good. I've got to do a lot of laundry. I've got to trade.
All right. I would set your alerts on Gush and see if
I was going to ask you, how do I set alerts on this?
So you right click, right? So you like with 2 fingers, and then you drop down to create alerts.
Okay, yeah.
And then add or above. And then 1292, it's wherever you had your cursor at, so this would work.
This will work?
Yeah. So like wherever you put your cursor,
okay,
that's the price
exactly
that
what
it
it'll pull up?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. Well, I really do appreciate you guys' time. Thank you guys for being so considerate and helpful about my overall so I'm gonna take some medicine. I'm gonna try to take at least a little bit of a nap, and natural gas is pushing up again, so not too bad. So again, the overall really focuses that I'm having today is I think you guys did an amazing job calling out ticker symbol SIRI on the 180-day chart. It's extremely oversold, now waiting for an overall reversal with a 5 to 8% margin of profit for recovery if it recovers. IIPR, which is one of the stocks that we've been watching since the Sunday stock talk that I talked about when it was below $82, has been showing signs of an uptrend and is still showing signs of an uptrend, not only just on the day but on the 180-day chart now as well. Now I'm talking about or focusing on /MG, but if it doesn't end up performing the way that I expected to and the overall direction begins to change, I'll simply cut losses then and then wait for my opportunity to present itself on Gush and Drip. Drip is super overextended, and just like yesterday, if you guys check out those patterns, it then began to sell off when it began to make the lower lows. So again, confirmation and patience is key. So that is my overall recap before we tune off out. And that's really just it. So continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be a judgment success, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.